Hey everybody, Jeff here. Game's not over. It's been quite a bit since I've done a what sold video. I got kind of a request from a friend at the flea market. Said it, asked me why I wasn't doing videos anymore, and said that he kind of missed it. And so I figured I'd take a few moments and had a pretty good sales weekend. I think about 20 something items have sold. A lot of changes going on here. I've moved about 5 months ago. I don't think I've done any kind of haul video since I've been here. Maybe one, or at least maybe attempted to do one. So I figured maybe kind of get back into the swing of things and kind of do these a little bit more frequently, especially over the weekend whenever I've got a lot more sales. Kind of restructuring my store right now. I've always done free shipping. I'm kind of moving away from that model this year just to see how things do. Just because free shipping was kind of lazy for me. I just would just up price it to whatever I think. And I think that just kind of affects people's perception of things. Plus, with the constant changing of shipping prices, it's really starting to eat into my overall profits. Plus, I kind of look at it if I'm sending offers out to somebody for 6% off. I'd rather be 6% off of the price that I want for the item, not 6% off that and then 6% off for the shipping. That way, you send an offer out, and I've got, say, and I like the CD, I've got listed for, I want $12, and then I want to send an offer for $12 off, but I still, before it'd be, I probably would have listed this for $19, free shipping. Um, but now I can do the 12 and send the offer off of the 12, and then I'm still holding $4 for shipping on the item. Like my medium mail, I'm charging $3.99. Medium mail items that qualify for that, anything that qualifies for first class, I'm charging $5.99. Sometimes it may cost me $6 to ship an item, so I'll just end up having to eat that extra $2 or $1 that I'm not getting for shipping that item. And my bigger items that may hit me a little bit more in the pocketbook, but it's going to be an adjustment. It's going to be a learning curve. But I just feel a little bit more comfortable at least charging something for shipping versus not charging anything before. And then that may end up helping with returns as well, especially whenever I get a customer that returns an item not in the condition that I sent it in. Then I can get away. I don't have to refund them the initial shipping costs and stuff like that. Whereas if it was free shipping, I could never recoup that money, or the customer does false. It's a whole rigmarole we can kind of get into someday. But just kind of get at it and just kind of show some of the things that I've sold for profits. This is a video game storage drawer. It sold for $35. I bought this years ago when I first moved down here to Florida, maybe even before Florida. And this was in my personal game collection. A couple years ago, I went away. I've collected too many games for those to be useful for me. And I don't need to keep it if I'm not using it. So I decided I've held on to it as trade bait for a few years, but nobody's ever really been too interested in it. So I didn't really want to ship them, but at this point, I just need to start getting stuff gone and not holding it for trade events and stuff like that for my video game buddies and stuff like that. So just decided to start listing a bunch of this stuff that I've been holding on to. Need to start getting some money in here to refund all of my remodels. This is going to be my game room eventually. Well, it's already started to turn into my game room, so I've already dumped a bunch of money into it. Next item had sold a golf ball. I bought a collection of golf balls with these logos. This one has the World's Fair logo on it for like $5 at a yard sale, and I've sold over half of them. I think there was like 24 golf balls, all different logos. The guy says he worked for a company that printed the logos on golf balls, and there were a bunch of samples that they had. Um, I had them listed at $9.99 free shipping on most of the golf balls. Some of them were a little bit more because they were like more popular logos like Jiffy peanut butter and stuff like that. But now I've kind of gotten down to like the bottom of the barrel kind of stuff. I guess these have been sitting for about a year and 8 months, because this is one of the items I recently changed over from. I think I listed it at $6.99 plus shipping, so plus $5 shipping. So actually, I'm actually charging more than what I was originally with my listing. Um, so and I think and I sent an offer out, so it ended up selling for $6.57 plus $5 shipping on that item. So actually making more than my original listing on that in regards to that, which I think is kind of hilarious. Um, Sold a copy of Wii Sports. Always sells very good if you have Wii Sports. For some reason, this one has sat for a long time. I had it listed for $25. Finally sold. I don't know why that sat for nearly a year on my thing. Maybe my price point was a little high on it. I'm not sure. It was sold to a repeat buyer. We sold a speaker. Boston. My old thrift store where we used to live, I would always go in there every week and buy the speakers that were on clear or were on half price. So I had never really paid more than maybe $2 for a speaker, and I was buying a bunch, so I kind of not bought any new speakers in a while, especially the high end brands, Boston. Sony always done really good. Panasonic speakers done really good for me. JVC, any high end brand speaker I would buy, even if it was just one on the shelf, because they would price them at like $3 or $4. Nobody would buy them. I get them, come home, test them. Well, I always shake them, make sure they're not loose. Then come home, just plug it in, test it, and list it. This one sold for $18.99. This is probably free shipping still. I don't know if I got around to changing shipping costs on these yet. But that was a good deal. Records have been my big thing as of lately. So looks like we sold a Kiss record from my buddy who actually requested my video. This is one I purchased from him. Kiss. This one's actually sat for a while. I bought this from him several months ago. This sold for $19.99 free shipping. I'll ship media mail $3.99. It's under a pound. Then sold another record from another guy at the flea market. Just picked this one up last Sunday or the Sunday before last. It's the Superman soundtrack double album. Really cool gatefold with Superman in the middle. Yeah, hopefully that didn't break. But really awesome. This sold for $15 plus shipping, because this is one that I've started putting shipping on top. Another thing that sold is a video game. Video games, some sell good and quick, some don't. Some sit for a bit. Dead Island, sold this one for looks like I sent an offer on it. I guess I must have had $7.99 on it, and it sold for $6.57. And I'm pretty sure this probably still has free shipping on it, so probably made just a few cents on this thing. I'm sure it came in a lot of games that I bought at yard sale. Another item, this is why you end and relist items. This is an item that I've had probably for 2 years. I parted out a like a little food processor. It's a little tiny compact one, very unique one. I've sold I think I probably paid $5 for it at an estate sale, and I've sold like 6 pieces off of it. This is another piece. I think I got maybe 2 or 3 other pieces of it left. This is one of the chopping blades. This sold for $8.99 plus shipping on top. Definitely worth parting those out. They may take the time. They may take some time, but usually the blades sell first. I don't know why this blade didn't sell first. It came with 2 blades. The main blade sold instantly, and then the cup sold, and then like one of the spindles sold. It's just a piece that sells randomly. Sold a DVD, Last Rites, for $2.99 plus shipping. Oh, sold a comb set for these sold really good for me a long time ago. When I first picked them up, I picked up like 6 or 7 of these from the bin store that I used to go to before it got overran by everybody. This was something I was probably there on either the $1 day or $2 day. I picked up a bunch of these. I just got a couple left. This is one of those items that I rechanged recently. It used to be a $9.99 free shipping item. I relisted it at $6.99 plus $4.99 shipping, and it sold. So actually making a little bit more money than I would have originally. Again, I got to see a lot of that. I'm hoping anyway, with these changes I'm making to the account. There's another record sale, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, $14.99 free shipping. I guess I haven't gotten around to changing my records yet, pricing wise. Another item here, I didn't realize I had these, were some vintage Star Wars Return of the Jedi cards. It's not a complete set or anything, just I think there's a total of 40 cards. This is a red border set. I think these sold for $9 plus shipping. Some plushies sold. Some Green Bay Packer plushes I picked up at a yard sale for $2, maybe $3. I thought they might be a little bit worth a little bit more. I know they got the TY branding on it, and I was like, Green Bay. It was football season at the time that I bought it. About the middle of football season when I bought and listed these. But they just recently sold. I don't know. They didn't make it to the playoffs, so I don't know why. That's an item that had just sold. And those were not very valuable. I got $15. Looks like still on the free shipping process on that one. There's a pair of shoes I got for free. A pair of New Balance. Nice color. Probably wouldn't have even listed these. I don't think they had a very good sell-through rate, but the colors kind of popped a little bit. So I got them for free. So I listed them for like $12.99. Plus I got $12.99 shipping on these. So those sold fairly quickly, actually. So I was quite shocked. Here's a coffee mug. I usually don't buy coffee mugs unless they're like 50 cents. Unless I do a comp on it and I find that it is something of great value. But man, I go to yard sales all the time, and people are like 50 cents quarter for coffee cups. This is a 3D. This is a park exclusive. Where we live at, we actually live even closer to the parks now. So around here, I find a ton of park exclusive type items. I'm not going to the park. I'm not going to source at the park to try to resell stuff. But if I find something at a yard sale, I'm going to do that. So that has probably been listed for a year. That's one of the other items. No, that's still free shipping on that one. So that was $20 free shipping on the Disney coffee mug. Man. One time I was out on a weekend and we found this weird side of the road yard sale in an area north of Orlando. one weekend, me and Jen were doing some work up in that area, and came across this guy. Apparently, he does estate cleanouts, and he just has this land out in the middle of nowhere with like 3 or 4 buildings. And then once a month, he just has a yard sale of all the stuff of the estates that he's cleaned out. And we got there on, I guess he does it like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it had rained, so a lot of stuff was ruined. But I found this stack of all these old, like piano music and stuff like that, and it's just like a stack. I mean, the stack was like this big, and I was like, I seen price tags and stuff for like $1, $2, but you could tell they were written like back in the 1970s. Anywho, I get ahead of myself. I paid $10 for the whole stack, and I listed about half until I got burnt out. I still got half of that stack still to sell. They're not fast movers, but they have been selling for me. I usually will sell one every 2 to 3 months. Of the ones that I have listed, I probably listed about a quarter of the stack, and they're not very thick. They're very easy. They sell medium ale. This one sold for $14.99. So I need to get the rest of them listed, I guess, at this point. Then this came out of a storage unit that we bought when we were buying storage units. And there's a stack of manual, or these are all like guitar magazine, learn how to play speed guitar. I had these listed for well over 2 years with no interest in it. I repriced this. I think I had these listed at like about $50 for all these. Dropped the price down to $30 plus shipping. Finally sold within days of repricing it. So I guess that was just my issue, was having that price for too high. Next thing I got, another video game. This one I just recently picked up the other day at the flea market for $2, I think. Sold it for $16.99 plus shipping. And we sold the Surface thing, yard sale. I think this guy was just giving stuff away at the yard sale. But this about a year ago, I had maybe a year and a half ago. But it sat in my death pile. I think I just recently listed this about 6 months ago for sale. Because I had no way of testing it. But then I kind of looked at it and it was like everything was really nice and clean. Guy said he just was working from home. They sent him this to work from home. He quit that job and just no longer had a need for it. So I was like, I doubt it's going to be broken, other than the fact that I just dropped it a few moments ago. So $2, and I sold this for $30. I think it was probably listed for about 2, maybe 3 months at the most. Sold a CD. This is some kind of rock thing called Burnt by the Sun. Came in some lot of whatever, I'm not sure. It's something that I've had listed for a little while. So $4 plus shipping on that one. This was a really good one at the flea market. I paid $2 for $5 on these, I believe. So I got this. This is a little damaged, but it's guar. Anytime I see guar stuff and it's a good price, even at paying $2 for this, I was gonna snag it. I got this, another guar CD which I already sold, and another CD I think I paid $5 for all 3 CDs. This one sold for $15. Would have been probably closer to $20 if it didn't have this damage. But these digipacks, water is not their friend. And the last thing I sold is what dropped, or caused my avalanche here, so apologize for that, is a Dungeons and Dragons set. This sold for $93. It was something I had listed for $100. Sent a 6% offer to a couple people, and somebody snagged that for $100. And I bought a huge collections of Dungeons and Dragons stuff for $600. Made my money back right away. Everything else is just pure profit. A lot of this stuff is going over to England. I don't know why, if this stuff is not available over there or what the situation is. But I would say a good 25% of the stuff that I've sold of Dungeons and Dragons has gone to England. So hugely popular over there right now, I guess. So if you don't have your international shipping open, you should do so. But that's everything I've got to pack up here tonight. So and get out in the mail tomorrow. So keep on hustling, everyone.